God is not interrupted when we ask for healing. God is not burdened when we say, help us.
Showing up with fierce tenderness is their pleasure.
Hallelujah. God is neither lip service nor Jordan.
They meet us in our bodies, in our gathering, in the concrete care we offer each other.
Let us welcome God who welcomes us.
Good morning. We are a small but mighty congregation today. We are bringing the warmth. We made it through the snow. And so I welcome all of you to worship here at Wesley United Methodist Church. I'm Reverend Lori Savick, and I welcome both those of you who made it out of your driveways this morning and into this physical space, and also those of you who are able to join us because of our live stream technology. It is powerful to experience the way that Christ connects us and makes us like one family, despite any number of obstacles. Amen. There are a couple of invitations I've included in the bulletin to keep us connecting between Sundays. First of all, we have an Ash Wednesday service on February 18th at 7 p.m. It's a beautiful service in cooperation with First Church, Bow Mills United Methodist Church, and Suncook United Methodist Church. Our sense of connection is really growing. And Ash Wednesday is a very powerful service. Those of us who grew up in the Methodist Church, depending on where we grew up and when, in which part of the country, maybe didn't grow up with this tradition. But it is a powerful experience to really think about how simple and plain we can be before God, and how directly we can feel God's love for us. That the difference between our scale and the scale of our lives and the scale of God's beauty and power is really a wonderful thing to take time to contemplate and connect with. So you're all welcome to the Ash Wednesday service. There will be some sacred dance and some special music. I hope you can come. Also this week at Havenwood, at 1:15 on Tuesday, there is a church service with communion, and I will be leading that this week. I look forward to seeing you there. We gather in this place full of warm light, full of hopefulness, full of the love and grace of God, who got up early this morning and prepared this place for us. So let us open our hearts and minds to the worship of God.
Please join us today in singing Child of God. The lyrics will be on the screen for you. We will do it much like we did it last week, if you were here then, where Pastor Lori and I will start it out, and then you can all join in. So please stand and sing. Clapping is allowed too, if you like to clap.
No matter what people say or think about me, I am a child of God.
No matter what people say or think about you, you are a child of God.
Let's affirm these important words all together.
No matter what people say or think about me, I am a child
Please remain standing for this morning's opening prayer. Living God, partner with us as we gather to attend to our inner lives. With the optics of solidarity swirling around us, help us show up for one another's actual needs. When we lose our way in abstractions and concepts, Spirit, ground us. Illuminate the next step so we might see how to be present to ourselves and one another. Amen.
This is a time for all God's children, the young and the young at heart. I welcome you to the front if you'd like to join me up here. Good morning. Is everybody fully awake yet? Not quite? Nope. Nope. Hey, good morning, Elias. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Lily. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us. You know, I find myself thinking this morning about asking for help. I'm thinking about when I was in school and how it took me a really long time to learn how to be a good student. Do you feel like you're a good student? Some of you, yes. Some of you more, yeah. I was definitely not a good student. When I was in elementary school, I was one of the kids where they would have me tip over my desk so everything would come out on the floor, and I could find the assignments I was supposed to have turned in, and then put everything back in my desk. We had to do that way too often. It took me a long time to learn how to be a good student, how to be organized, and I found it really hard to ask for help. Sometimes I had a hard time asking for help because I felt like I should be able to do what I was being asked, and it was a little embarrassing to think that I couldn't on my own. Sometimes it was hard to ask for help because I felt like I knew I wasn't doing everything that had been asked of me, and I felt like it wasn't fair to ask the teacher to do more when I wasn't doing the part I knew I should be doing. Sometimes it was hard to ask for help because I really couldn't even figure out what it was that I was getting wrong. Have any of you ever had that kind of feeling? Yeah? Some of you, yeah? Some no, yeah? And you know what? I'll tell you a truth. Sometimes when we ask one another for help, or when we ask grown-ups for help, they actually don't know what to do. Or sometimes they try to help, and it still doesn't get us where we need to go. And that can be disappointing, right? But what I learned as I was growing up, and eventually as a student, was that when I asked for help, when I told a teacher that I was trying to get it, but I was having a hard time getting it, and they put in extra time with me, if I ever did get it, they were so psyched. They were really, genuinely happy for me. And we got to celebrate together. I remember there was a teacher I had in math when I was in high school. And she gave me a grade at the end of the semester which was perfectly appropriate to the amount of work that I had done. It was not what you would call passing, And as I walked out in my cap and gown for graduation, I saw her gathered with all the other teachers clapping us out onto the field, and she yelled out, "You're still a good person." And she was clapping for me. She was clapping for me. There's another time in seminary when I tried to take Hebrew, and it was like knocking my head against the wall. I started out strong, and then as the semester went, But my teacher helped me figure out how to make that struggle that I was in not get in the way of my goals. And when we figured it out together, she was so excited. She was so happy for me. She really wanted my good. One person we can always ask for help, always, always, is God.